Hey everyone, how is everyone doing on this just fine Sunday night? Jesus. Um, yeah, so I'm doing my podcast on this great Sunday, October the 13th, right? So basically, this year's gone. How many more days we have, hours we have, minutes we have left in this goddamn year. Jesus Christ. 2020. Can you believe that's 2020? 2020. Jesus. Uh, Means we are already we are already 20 years into this century or millennium, sir. How is everyone doing, huh? You guys are taking it easy? I can see a lot of people here in Jersey City waterfront. They are taking it easy, probably, or some people are out, most likely, right? Well, I'm taking it easy. Um, so I told you guys that I was going to have my housewarming yesterday, so I did. Uh, Not a lot of people showed up, but very few close friends, and that's exactly what I wanted. I didn't want it like to be a debauchery or something. Not a debauchery, but you know what I mean, right? It was great. It was great, and a bunch of people showed up. I think we were 7 or 8, right? 7, I think, and we had a great time. So I cooked some like amazing goat stew. So what happened was that I usually do my what do you call my grocery shopping, right, from ShopRite over on Marin. Is that what it's called? Marin Boulevard here in Jersey City. And so, am I repeating myself? Jesus Christ. I apologize if I'm repeating myself. I got, so basically, just to make the long goddamn story short, I got it from ShopRite. So ShopRite has this amazing, like, India freezer. They have this company that actually is like organic grass-fed goat meat, bone-in goat meat. So I had 4 of those packages, and then I cooked it, with tomatoes, in a stew-like dish. Tomatoes, onions, garlic, and all that. No, I didn't make it spicy because I can't, like my organs. I think my girlfriend was telling me that the reason why I can't eat spicy food is that because my organs are hot. That they all always heated up for some fucking reason, right? Jesus Christ. But in any case, um, so I did that, and then I did a cooking video, right? So I did a cooking video, which I'm gonna upload. This is the fucking problem, right? With the fucking iPhone, and if you want to download the videos, because I think the video that I'm going to do using, I um, usually use my iPhone's camera. By the way, I got the new iPhone. Huh? You see that? Did I tell you guys? I got a good deal on the iPhone because I have Verizon. They're very nice to me. People here in Jersey, waterfront, they are nicer in general. Well, I mean, the Verizon's customer service is pretty nice because the Verizon is a big company and they don't fuck around, Uh, so they gave me a good deal. I got it, I think, last Sunday, and so I took a video, right? Because the goat stew takes a long time, because you have to cook goat, whether lamb or goat, especially bone-in meat. You have to cook that for a long time, at least like 2.5 hours for it to be really tender. And then you add in there, you throw in there like onions, potatoes, and all that good stuff, right? In any case, I don't want to turn this into my cooking video podcast, but look out for my cooking video. And and right, what the fuck I was saying? Okay, so this is the problem, right? So I'm trying to download these videos that I took on my iPhone, right, for the cooking, so I can download them to the computer and then combine them using iMovie, iMovie. And then so I'm using for my podcast, by the way, right? Um, I'm using the Microsoft Surface that I bought for work. Then I brought it to my home, my apartment, because sometimes I work from home, and Microsoft Surface is actually faster than using one of those like MacBook Airs with a partition, So I tried both. I tried both to download to the Surface and to MacBook Air that's in my bedroom, because I use that to watch movies and all that, right? Because I have that second TV in my bedroom. But for some fucking reason, maybe because I took videos, and those videos, okay, maybe the problem is that now Apple has come up with these fucking like really like fucking like high definition cameras, right? With the new, you see that? So the new iPhone has this like fucking amazing like cameras, right? High definition, whatever the fuck it is, right? Maybe and what happens is that I think, don't get me wrong, don't quote me on this one, dude, of course. Okay, I'm not an expert, but I think Apple jumps the gun by coming up with a fucking like amazing iPhone with amazing fucking cameras. But what it does not do is that, or it does not realize, which I kind of realize, the higher the definition resolution of the video you take, right, or other photos even, right, the bigger the file becomes. So I think what happened was that, I think what is happening is that the the videos that I took for the cooking video, those actually were much larger than, for example, I would take with iPhone X, right? Although I had to make sure that that was the case. Why it wasn't fucking exporting? So it basically imported, not exported. I'm sorry, into the computers, right? Because I had like 11 or 12 videos I took, during the whole duration of the cooking, and each video got to be at least like fucking a gigabyte, right? So that's like fucking 12 gigabytes. Maybe that's what it was. Excuse me. But in any case, so I think what I'm going to do is that when I go to the office tomorrow, right, I'm going to download those videos tomorrow onto my office server, and then I'm going to download them from my server, my computer, my IT server, to Surface or the other MacBook Air, and then I'm going to combine, well, actually MacBook Air, because I don't know, how to combine videos in PC or Windows. So maybe there's better software than iMovie. Is there? Maybe you fucking geeks know, right? You fucking geeks probably know that better than I do. Jesus Christ. What else is going on? Sorry, I just went on a rant about not being able to fucking upload the fucking videos. I mean, my cooking videos onto the computers. Um, so yeah, last night we had a great time, but it was kind of late because I live in Jersey City, waterfront, so people were coming basically from Queens, for the most part, right? Queens, yeah, they were coming from Queens, so they had to go through fucking Lincoln Tunnel, not Lincoln Tunnel. Oh, maybe yeah, Queens. So Lincoln Tunnel, Midtown Tunnel, or Holland Tunnel, right? So they got stuck in traffic, fucking like Saturday night. You go through fucking Manhattan, and it's a fucking shit show. But I mean, they were not super late. Means that they got here around like close to 9 o'clock. By that time, I was almost done with cooking. So I also made a salad. Fucking amazing salad I made, and and then we had a great time. Easy on fucking drinking, and we went to the roof, and they loved it. Like the views of the Lower Manhattan, views of Jersey City. They loved the shit. They loved it. And then one of my friends, colleagues in the industry, um, he also came. Very nice of him to come, and then he loved it too. And then he was here for. I mean, my sister left, and then my family friends and they left. I think around like some short time past midnight. But then he was here until like 2:30. We were chatting, we're talking, and then I told him, listen, man, he wasn't drinking much, so he hardly had like a drink, and he had a lot of food though, cause I cooked some amazing goat. I told you guys, am I fucking repeating myself? Jesus Christ. And our family friends, the lady, she actually made some amazing like Afghan pulao, not spicy, with like a whole chicken and all that, right? Fucking amazing with raisins and the carrots in there. The whole grain, like long grain basmati rice. Oh man, I actually had the leftovers like for dinner, so that was fucking amazing. And everybody had a great time. The only thing was that it was like, for me, it was kind of late because I wanted to make sure that everybody got home safe. So I was texting them, hey, just text me when you're home, blah blah blah. So everybody was fine, and so that's my that was my housewarming, and so here I am. Jesus. I had a red eye for some fucking reason on what was that Friday morning? Jesus Christ! I think it was the allergies or something like that. But in any case, yeah, we had a great time. I repeating myself. Of course, I am repeating myself, right? Um. Oh, this is the other fucking thing, right? So I had to. I actually met my ex-girlfriend Friday night. We went to Brookfield Place for dinner, right? I had some amazing. Like, we went to this French place, and I had some amazing, like fucking amazing chicken with like French style chicken, half chicken or something like that. And I ordered like a side order of like sauteed spinach and all that. Fucking amazing. And I think she ordered some pasta, and so Friday night we did that, and then I was telling her, and she was telling me too, that I was telling her, I told you guys in my last podcast that the big problem with Jersey City is that it has developed too fast. I think, especially the waterfront, is developed too fast without any like places. Especially, I mean, dinners and all that. That's fine, right? There are restaurants, people bring, but there are no fucking bagel shops. And up it's only one fucking like real bagel shop. It's called Wonder Bagels, and that fucking place. You know what happens? It's like yesterday and today, actually, right? So I go there, I do the Waze thing. I drive to fucking, Wonder Bagels, and I see a fucking line. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm not getting the fucking line. This is what I miss about Brooklyn. So the point I'm trying to make is that I think Paula's hook in this Jersey City downtown has developed too fast and without any enough bagel shops. Jesus Christ. So, what is the point we're trying to make? The point I'm trying to make is that I think I want to open a bagel shop. I mean, I'm licensed in New Jersey, so I guess I could do that. But I need some capital. So, um, people love their breakfast sandwiches, whatever, bagel or whatever, cream cheese on bagel. I mean, I tell you guys all the time in my podcast, what I like is egg whites on a plain bagel toasted with lettuce, tomatoes, onions. Jesus. So I can't start my day without that. I can't. No, no, I can't do that. I guess, what is it, like a fucking food addiction? I guess. And small decaf with milk, please, no sugar. Jesus. Um, so yeah, that's the problem. So these guys have developed all these amazing fucking buildings, right? Residential buildings, and so nice. People are nice, and area is nice, But but places like bagel shops. I mean, grocery stores. That I don't think that's a problem. Bagel shops, I think that's an issue. Bars and restaurants, I don't know. I mean, I've been to a couple of restaurants with my girlfriend. Oh, by the way, so I went to thanks to Wonder Bagels, right? Well, I mean, I don't think it's their problem because it's just lack of real bagel shops. And so and then I went to Hoboken to the other bagel shop, right? And then so I was walking around, and I think I was walking on Washington Street, and I was looking at all the buildings, like fucking amazing building. Hoboken is also another like amazing neighborhood, you know. Hoboken is like the Park Slope of Jersey. Really? Park Slope of New Jersey? Jesus Christ. Um, but what is Jersey City then? But Jersey City is more like a city. I think that's what people say. I mean, I've just moved out here, so I have no fucking idea, but I think that's what it is. And I think I'm going to tell my girlfriend and my ex-girlfriend maybe they should move to Hoboken because that's just, you know, like outside New York City, except for like some neighborhoods of New York City, like you don't want to live in New York City because it's just not peaceful. It's not peaceful. A lot of people, they just, I'm not saying that there are gangs and violence and all that, but it's just, it's living there is just a hassle, you know? Unless you are living in a fucking $1 million condo apartment in Tribeca, whatever the fuck it is, but I wouldn't live there, no. No, 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 no. It's already 11 o'clock, so I don't want to go on and on about. the whole thing, but I do have a few topics in my cheat sheet that I want to talk about, which you all may relate to, I presume. Why do I fucking presume all the time that you all relate to the items in my podcast? Well, I mean, people minded in terms of even like the new generation, millennials and all that, because of the access to media and access through internet to to news. I mean, news not much. I mean, news related to technology, engineering, space travel and all that, science, right? And yeah, those are the topics that I'm interested in talking about in my podcast. I'm not interested in fucking politics because that's like a fucking shit show. However, the only thing I would say is that because of politics, you know what it is? You know what fucking politics is all about? Did I say that last time, or maybe in one of my fucking podcasts? Because most of the politicians are fucking liars. Not okay, yeah, they're liars. To an extent, they are fucking liars. But they come through law and justice system and all that, and they become politicians. You know why? Because the engineers and the scientists, they're not fucking interested in becoming politicians, and maybe they should be. Maybe the Congress or fucking Senate should have a merit-based and sector-based, you know, uh, allocation for the seats. Not fucking well, I mean state-wise and also then merit-based and then fucking Jesus Christ, what the fuck I was saying, merit-based and then sector-based. Okay, so we should also have like fucking doctors. We should also have engineers and we should have scientists. We should have astrophysicists. Because these fucking lawmakers are making law without having any fucking clue about, like, for example, okay, so you have to make a law for, let's say, internet. You have no fucking idea how internet works, really, except that you can just log on to your email and you can, go to CNN, where the fuck it is, right? So I think that's what we need to do. That, like, if I were an alien, like, I'll be laughing at. I would be really laughing at. Laughing not in a sense as if I'm laughing at a comedian, but laughing at the way all these governments have set up their fucking senates and all that, right? Um, it's just fucking it's like garbage fucking politics. That's what it is, garbage. Hmm? Jesus fucking Christ. Um, oh, by the way, I went to the barber shop today, by the way, after a long time. Jesus Christ. So in Hoboken, very nice people. And, I trimmed my beard by the finally. And then I had a haircut too. You can see that. Jeez, I have nothing left in my skull, man. Well, I got the genes from my dad. So the barber was like saying that, oh, you get a, just because you get a gene from the mother side of your family. No, no, I'm like, no, my mother side of the family has hair. My maternal uncle has hair, although not as much hair as, I mean, I know my brother has hair, my younger brother, who lives in Sweden. He has hair. But yeah, no, I think I got the gene from my father. From my father. What am I like? Sounding like a person from Boston? Jesus Christ. In any case, it's already 25 minutes and 7 seconds. Jesus Christ. How is everyone doing, huh? Sunday night? Relaxing? Yes, that's what I'm doing. Oh, by the way, so I also went to, I also went to do some shopping, after I walked around on Washington Street, Hoboken. I worked for like an hour. Oh, I had to update my fucking Microsoft Office. I had to reactivate it, so I took out my IT guy, Mike. And so he called me back and he did that. And then I was walking around and I had to go to a hardware store because I needed to get a vacuum cleaner and some other cleaning stuff. So then I ended up going to Bed Bath and Beyond, and then I bought a bunch of other things. I bought a nice small rug for my living room, bought a clock, one of those like tick tock clocks. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Is that what you say? Jesus Christ. And a handheld vacuum cleaner. And flannel like bed sheets. You know how much those fucking flannel bed sheets were? $51. Jesus Christ. Then why did you buy those, huh? $51? Why? You didn't have any fucking bed sheets? No, because flannel bed sheets are really nice in winters, right? And the way they are designed, the designing is really nice too. So I think I like them. So basically, I don't want to say that I wasted $51 on them, but they're really nice. They're really nice quality. I can afford those. So I know, unfortunately, many people can't afford those, but you have to work a little harder. Oh, by the way, so yeah, I did work for like another hour, maybe hour and a half after I came back, and then when you have a party, at your house, then you have to clean up and all that. I was supposed to meet my girlfriend today, and she was saying that she had a lot of homework, but she said that she could still meet. I said, baby, I partied hard last night. I had the people over, so I need to like take it easy, and I need to do cleanup and all that. So, because usually when we meet up, we go for dinner, and by the time you get home to my place, it's already like 9 o'clock. So, and I don't want to have dishes, sitting in the sink. So yeah, last night everybody had a good time. I think. Not that I think they did have a good time, sir. Right? And and why am I running out of fucking material for my podcast? No, I got a lot of material actually this time, right? This time I got a lot of material for my podcast. Oh yeah, the other thing, I am actually, I think I said in my podcast, last podcast, I'm actually also looking for office space in Jersey City because, eventually I want to move my office here too. But for now, I think I should have a second office. I mean, I can afford like $1,000 a month to have a small, like a one-room office. And the reason for that is that I want to have the my server set up because I can work from home as well, or I can work from my cafe as long as I can get on the internet and I can get onto my server, my company server. But it's just a fucking pain in the ass to download files, and you don't want to do that. I actually did look at. No, I think I did that last time. I told you guys. I met up with a real estate company here, right? Got some Wonder Bagels. Wonder Bagels, by the way, they're fucking amazing, and they're fine. Like, Weekdays, because weekdays people are in and out, But weekends, because everybody was drinking, they were out and they were about, so they get up at like fucking 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and then they go to the fucking bagel shop, and then there's a fucking line, and Jesus Christ. So I think I should be a little more serious about a bagel shop, not only because I can't start my day with that sandwich, that breakfast sandwich, but I think from a business perspective, I think it looks lucrative, right? Why not? Why the fuck not? I mean, you um, there's no competition here. There's no fucking competition here. I'm telling you. Um, a lot of open market, a lot of fucking open market. I just need to find an investor, and that's it. Um, no, my ex-girlfriend, I think she also wants to open some sort of cafe in her neighborhood. So we were talking about this, and so I hooked her up with one of my clients. A very amazing guy. He built a very high-end restaurant in Park Slope on Flatbush, actually in the near the Flatbush area, and it's a very nice guy, very nice guy. He built a very high-end European-style Indian restaurant, and so I texted them both, and the guy was nice. He was like, "Yeah, you can call me, and then we can talk about that." Because she wanted some advice. Like I work with a lot of restaurant clients and cafes, restaurant bars, and all that, right? But the day-to-day operation and all that, I have no fucking clue. I mean, I have some clue, but my services are to make sure that all their HVAC system is according to the code and all that. Plumbing systems are according to the code, and inspectors don't give them fucking violations and all that, right? So so I hooked them up through text, and when we were having dinner on Friday night, the guy, he was nice. He texted back. He said, "Hey, yeah, not a problem. Just call me back, and whatever help I can give you in terms of like giving you a piece of advice and all that." And and then I told her, "Listen, just talk to him. You know, call him." So. Um, And so I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to call her tomorrow, and then also call him tomorrow, because she wants to open a cafe. She understands now, because she lives up in near Cloisters in Upper Manhattan. Cloister Museum. Jesus Christ! They used to have that fucking. I remember, 'cause I used to live up there in fucking Inwood. That's where my current girlfriend lives now, although she's from upstate. But to make the long story short, they used to have that fucking festival, medieval festivals at the cloisters and then the Inwood Hill Park, right? Jesus Christ. So it's like medieval festival. It's like medieval Europe festival. Yeah, so that's what it was. So in any case, but in the medieval festival, right? So they cook this fucking amazing like turkey legs. Jesus Christ. So you buy the turkey leg, and then barbecue turkey leg, and then with I think it was rice or something, and then some vegetables. It was fucking amazing, dude. This is like 10 years ago when I used to live up there. I went to a medieval festival. But in any case, okay. So I changed the subject. Jesus Christ. So I think I'm gonna ask him. Hey man, listen. I know you do the you do restaurants, and I was the engineer for your restaurant, and you are an amazing chef. Actually, I did actually eat. I took my engineers to his restaurant after he opened it. We were the engineers, and then I took them there, and they really liked it. And the way he's built it is like a high-end, one of those Park Slope restaurants. But I'm gonna tell him, hey man. So, oh, the guy is very nice, by the way, but he has a he's a thick British accent, because I think he was born and raised in England. But in any case, so um, making a long story short again, did I make it actually longer than making it short? I'm sorry, I apologize. Well, why am I apologizing? I mean, you guys have the whole fucking time in the fucking world, right? You fucking millennials, especially. No, I shouldn't be fucking stereotyping anybody. But in any case, so I'm gonna tell him, hey man, so maybe I should invite him here to Jersey City. Maybe tell him. Well, no, I think I need to ask him. Hey, are you interested in like teaming up with me to open a bagel shop because we have a big problem here? I mean, it's not a well. I guess it's first world problems. Jesus Christ, it's not a real. I mean, well, it is a fucking problem. You know why? Because if I move out here, if I'm paying fucking like top dollars, why can't I just like have a bagel shop where I can go there and have my bagel without spending fucking like hours. It's not hours, but maybe 40 minutes. Without having to spend like 40 minutes in the fucking line to get a sandwich, right? Well, the aliens would say, hey man, well, why don't you go there? Just buy the bagels, right? No, I can't even fucking buy the bagels because it's whatever you have to order, you still have to be in the fucking line. Well, I guess you could go there on a weekday and then buy the bagels, right? Buy like I don't know, a dozen bagels and uh, and then make your own sandwich at home. No, it doesn't work that way. Bagels have to be fresh, okay? Bread cannot survive more than 24 hours. Bread has to be always fresh. Fresh is what's that? Fuck. Jesus Christ, English language. Fresh is like those what are those called? Proud as a peacock. Remember those fucking things? What are they called? Jesus Christ, let me go. Proud as a peacock. Fresh as a... I have no idea. Oh, by the way, so I was at Bed Bath and Beyond, right? So now they have these robot cleaners, right? Where like the vacuum cleaners. So they are robots. So basically, they just go, and I think my sister has one of those. I'm like, no, I don't need to fucking spend like $300 on a fucking thing. So I just got the handheld one for $50. Works perfectly fucking fine. So proud as a peacock. Proud as a peacock. Peacock turns in English. Turns in English. Anglass. Anglass. English. Proud as a peacock is a term that is used to mean a vain or self-centered person. The phrase comes from the plumage of a male peafowl. Jesus Christ, that's Wikipedia. You know what I'm gonna do? Proud as a proud as a peacock. No, I think I'm saying something wrong here. Jesus Christ. F is for anyways. Okay, sorry. I got off the subject. So in any case, what the hell was I saying? Um, So, Jesus Christ, what the hell I was talking about? Oh yeah. So, top dollars for the Bucks. That's what I was trying to say, right? Um, that if I am here in Jersey City, so no, fuck, Jesus. Okay, so I was talking about buying. Okay, oh, fresh air something. Okay, that's what I was saying. Because proud as a peacock, proud as a peacock. Okay, this word, proud as a peacock, fresh as a fresh as a Jesus. I don't think they have a fresh. Look, I don't think they have a term. They have a term in English that says that's like rhymes, not rhymes, but that you get the point, right? Proud as a peacock, so fresh as so bagels have to be fresh. You can't buy them like you can't buy 12 bagels and then keep them fresh somewhere at home and then you have to basically buy a bagel or even any bread, whatever, whether you use bagel or I don't know, hero or one of those, right? It has to be fresh, otherwise it doesn't taste good, especially like for your first meal of the day. No, no. So that's a big no for me. 11 minutes. I'm sorry, 41 minutes, 59 seconds, letting it in. So I guess let's get into our cheat sheet. How about that, right? Because it's 11:25 and I don't want to go on and on about. And I presume you all are having a good time. Your Sunday night. Whatever the hell are you doing? Oh, by the way, so before I get into my cheat sheet, I've been listening to a lot of like classic rock, David Bowie, um, 104.3. Who's, oh yeah, Jesus Christ. So, you know how you actually listen to a song by like David Bowie? Something like ground control to Major Tom. So it gets stuck in your fucking head, right? But then you listen to another song. I think, don't get me wrong, don't quote me wrong on this one, because all these are American cultural icons in terms of music. Fleetwood Mac. Is that song by Fleetwood Mac? It goes by something to the effect of owner of a lonely heart. Jesus Christ, let me look it up. Owner of a lonely heart. Owner of a lonely heart. Oh, is that Eagles? Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, that's the band called Yes. Jesus Christ. But in any case, so I've also been listening to Star Trek radio, Neil deGrasse Tyson, Chuck Nice, and all these other guys, astrophysics, physicists, and that's a fucking amazing show. Without any further ado, I think we should get into our cheat sheet, because I have a good list of topics that I want to discuss that you may all relate to, right? While having some Jesus, um, pistachios. Pistachios are really good, by the way. So don't get the fucking salted pistachios. Okay, toasted, unsalted. Salt is the fucking bad shit for your fucking health. Try to stay away from fucking salt. Try to stay away from fucking sugar, carbs, and all that. Although I think one of my topics is about a diet. right? And then we can talk about those as well. The diets, different diets. I don't know. These fucking diets have like fucking sprung up like fucking mushrooms, just like we have now. What, like 1,000 genders now? Jesus fucking Christ. In any case, first topic. Oh, by the way, so I did some cleaning today, right, after last night's party, and then I realized that my my little office chair in the what do you call in the office table. Let me show you guys. I had that in the corner, right? You see where that fucking printer is? That's where I had the table, the yellow table. And then I realized that, oh, no, no, no. I want to move that table to, as you can see, to where actually I can, you know, work, and then I can enjoy the view. I'm on the seventh floor, so I can enjoy the view and all that. Look out the window. So basically, I rearranged my small office. So that corner is my home office now, by the way. So, all right. So let's get into the future. Jesus. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Okay, so here you go. Here we go. Here we go. Spectrum. Okay, this is the fucking problem with Spectrum, right? So fucking Spectrum has been still sending me bills, despite the fact that I had called them and I had disconnected my services in Brooklyn because I had moved to Jersey City. And they keep asking about the fucking equipment. I'm like, I have no fucking idea. Maybe, did I bring them here? Maybe I did. But in any case, the guy told me, listen, if you lost them, or I didn't want to tell them I fucking lost them. Well, I don't know. I have to check. Maybe I know that the modem, right? The modem is actually one that my IT guys gave me. Maybe the fucking um, what's the modem? What's the modem? What's the difference between the modem and then the Jesus Christ, dude? I'm getting fucking old. Difference between modem. Oh, router. Yeah, router. No, router. They actually my office managers, my not my office manager, my IT guys gave me. They have. I mean, I had all kinds of routers. So they gave me one of those. So I have my own router. The modem I had to check. Maybe I brought the one from Brooklyn when I was moving. So the guy said, "Listen, if you lost it, or I didn't want to tell them that if I brought it to Jersey City. So if I have, then I have to basically pay $59, which is fine. I'll pay fucking $59." And I told him, listen, I need to disconnect my services. Send me the fucking final bill so I can just tell you to just fuck off and just leave me the fuck alone. Don't send me any fucking bills. Jesus Christ. Okay? I want my services disconnected. I'm not there anymore. So that's my rant. I'm sorry. I apologize on fucking Spectrum, right? And my next topic, hunting. Okay, so what about hunting? Okay, so I mean, I listen to Joe Rogan podcast. I'm a big fan of Joe Rogan's, and these other comedians. I think hunting. Hunting has been in my family as well. My grandfather's cousins and my dad's cousins, they were hunters basically. Hunters, they were hunting these sheep, not sheep, but ibex, yeah, in like really high mountains. You have to do a ritual before you go hunting. Because you can actually like fall off a fucking cliff because this fucking ibex actually can stand on a rock that's like I don't know, like maybe 6 inches, and then you look down, it's like fucking 1,000 feet down, like even 12,000 feet down, right? And if you hunt one of those, it's gonna fall off the fucking cliff. It's gonna go, who knows where the fuck this is gonna go. And then if you want to get to it, how the fuck are you gonna get to it, right? So they used to do like a lot of rituals, but then those were hunters. So but they would bring like these ibex, the ibex meat, man, Jesus Christ, it's a little gamey, just like goat, but it's like because the ibex actually feed on like really high pastures, and those high pastures are like away from any fucking pollution. And so deer meat is so like tender and full of like fucking nutrition, man. Unlike the fucking meat that you buy from the market. And in that sense, I think I kind of agree with Joe Rogan that hunting and hunted meat is the best way to go if you are a meat eater. Well, I guess the fucking hippies and the vegetarians and the vegans are gonna fucking hate me when they listen to me saying that, well, we should kill animals, and on top of that, we should eat your meat. Well, yes, well, that's fucking better than these fucking farm animals, even though they may be like non-antibiotic, non-GMO, no, cage-free, free birds and all that. Hunting is much, much better than fucking eating that meat. All right? Don't fuck with me on that one. You listen to Joe Rogan and listen to me too, right? Me too. Jesus Christ, where is the Me Too moment, by the way? Huh? Did everybody go to jail, including Weinstein and all that? Jesus Christ. All right. So my next topic: Masters of the Air. What the hell is the Masters of the Air? Jesus Christ, that sounds like an air conditioning company to me. Let's find out why the hell do I have this topic in my cheat sheet. Masters of the Air. Masters of the Air. Masters of the Air. Oh, hold on a second. What the hell is Wikipedia? When you need Wikipedia, it doesn't show up on Google. So somehow I think Google has a beef with Wikipedia, because I could be mistaken, but I have a feeling. Masters of the Air. Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck. Master of Steven Spielberg. Okay, so here we go. Let's go to CNN. Oh, this is where I actually read this. Masters of the Air from Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks lands at Apple. What does that fucking mean, it lands at Apple? So Apple is making movies now? Is that what it is? After Steve Jobs is dead, he's turning, in his grave, trying to figure out why Apple is getting into fucking movies. Masters of the Air, the long-awaited next WW2, which is World War II television series from Steven Spielberg's Amblin Television. Tom Hanks and Gary Goldman's Platoon will be taking flight at Apple. The international drama is the first series greenlit by the streaming network in which Apple serves as the studio. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't fucking understand. And this is why I never watched Dunkirk. Dunkirk? That movie about like World War II. Why do people make movies about World War II, World War One, and the fucking like, the old fucking movies about like old wars? You know why? Because we are fucking monkeys. That's what we are in our fucking mind. Right? That's what we are. I think that's what we are. like fighting, when we were in the fucking cave, bickering, fighting. And is that what you're gonna fucking remember? Why don't you fucking remember like some good things that we did? Why don't you fucking make a movie about, you know, like exploring space and how we landed on moon? Well, I guess they made a movie, sir. They have made a movie. They are making movies, but not enough. Not as much enough as they make movies about fucking world wars. I don't want to fucking watch that. I don't want to fucking listen to that bullshit. In any case, next topic. So that was Masters of the Air, right? North American bird extinction. Okay, so congratulations, North Americans. You will not be seeing any birds for the next 500 years. Jesus Christ. No, that's not what I wanted to say. What I wanted to say was that I think some species of the birds are getting extinct, just like many other species of other fucking animals are getting extinct, obviously because of the impact of humans and probably because of climate change. But let's find out, right? Ex North American bird extinction. Okay, so what the hell's happening? About two-thirds of America's birds will be threatened with extinction if global warming rises by 5.4 degrees Fahrenheit by 2100. Jesus Christ. I told you guys, I knew this was because of fucking global warming. And okay, so two-thirds will be extinct by 2100. Do I give a fucking shit? Why? Because I won't be there in 2100. So that's it. For all you fucking hippies, that's not my problem. I mean, I think we should have our environment and all that, but see, my problem with all these jargons and terms, right? By 2100, two-thirds of the birds will be extinct if the global temperature rises by 5.4 degree Fahrenheit. By 2100, do I give a fucking shit? I don't. I do give a fucking shit about global warming in the next 10 or 20 years. Because that's when I'll be getting old, and if it's going to affect my health, my environment, then that's what I'm okay. Do I sound fucking selfish? Yeah, maybe I'm selfish, but I'm being practical. Okay, so why are you thinking about 2100? Why can't you do something for the next 10 years for the birds? Okay, if birds are getting killed, extinct, why can't you do something for the birds for the next 10 years? And instead of making speeches at fucking United Nations, while you're 16, when you should be in the fucking school, why don't you come up with a practical plan instead of just fucking talking? This is what I fucking hate about these fucking hippies, right? Okay, they would make like a fucking mouthpiece for like environmentalists and all these fucking global warming activists. But then ask them, okay, what is your plan? What is your fucking plan? Are you telling me that I should switch to fucking solar panels in the whole fucking New York City? Because if we don't do that, then we'll all be extinct and New York City will be underwater in like 20 years. How practical is that, you fucking assholes? And okay, the other thing, if you guys don't know, by the way, if you guys don't know, National Grid in Brooklyn, right? National Grid is a company, a utility company that provides gas, natural gas, which is a cleaner form of energy to use for heating, boilers and and hot water and all that. Is not providing any more gas to new customers. You know why? Because they don't have gas. There's no gas. There's not, right? And they're right. They're fucking right because there's no gas. Where you want me to like? Where am I going to get gas from? So okay, so so the fucking New York State has to approve, right? A pipeline, a gas pipeline, which is environmentally approved. It has to be approved. It is approved, and it has less to no impact to the fucking environment than these fucking oil, dirty oil burning heating equipment, which is all fucking all Manhattan, right? That's far more fucking damaging than than a pipeline that goes under Hudson River, right? And it is approved by the environmental conservation or the fuck that agency is that I don't fucking understand. These fucking hippies are out of their fucking mind. They have no fucking plan. Now, no gas, use oil. Or, okay, other option you have is okay, use electric. Means the electric utility company has to now, burn coal or whatever the fuck they have to do to provide you with more electric. These fucking hippies are out of their fucking minds. I'm telling you right now. I'm sorry, I went on a rant on that one, but I guess I had to because so impractical. These people are just making noise without any practical, solid solutions. Same thing with these fucking Democrats. Okay, sorry, I don't want to go on about that. Okay? As much as these fucking conservatives are bad, same as with these fucking hippies, Democrats, far left, are as worse as far right. Same fucking bullshit, okay? So that's my rant on that one. Let's just, okay, I'm sorry, it's already an hour, I guess. I'm gonna do this for another like fucking hour. No, I'm just kidding. Quickly, I'm just gonna go through a couple of more topics, and I guess we can just close out our podcast. iPhone 11 and more. I told you guys. I got the iPhone 11 last weekend. It's great. I mean, navigating and all that is great. And Verizon gave me a good deal, so I took it. Which means I didn't pay $500 or $1,000 to pay for the new iPhone. But the only thing I would say is that how people have this notion of, I don't need to upgrade to a new iPhone because, I have iPhone 6 and it works just fine. No. Okay. If you are, okay, these are the same people who are actually waiting for some fucking time in future for it to come so they can be happy and they can be, no. This is what I have learned over many years, finally, right? Okay? It's not about like getting a new gadget. I don't fucking get in the lines for 6 hours to get a new iPhone, no. I'm very practical. I didn't have to get in any lines. I went to the Verizon store. I said, "Listen, what's the can you guys give me a good deal on the iPhone?" And they did. And so my point is that I am learning to not live in some future. This is it. This is where you are. This is where you're living. You don't know what the fuck is going to happen in the next day. You forget next year. You have no fucking idea. So these people who actually have this like fucking hey man, I think I can live with iPhone 6. I don't need to upgrade to iPhone 11. Okay. But the point I was trying to make, I already made the point. Technology, if you don't keep up with technology, it's gonna fucking surpass you. and then you're going to be fucking dead, right? Next topic: refreezing the Arctic. Okay, so apparently some scientists in Indonesia, right, engineers are coming up with this idea to actually come up with this big refrigeration. I think big refrigeration units sitting on the sea that produce like these huge ice cubes, right, which actually brings the temperature down and that refreezes the Arctic. I have no idea. I mean, have they actually come up with a practical, I mean, like a prototype? I have no idea, but I read that, I think, on BBC or one of those. But look it up, it's very interesting. 1 minute and, I'm sorry, 1 hour and almost like 6 minutes. Jesus Christ, Naeem, you went over the fucking hour mark, sir. Jesus. My next topic. I was gonna say my next diet. Oh, this is the topic I want to talk about, the diet. Keto diet. So what the hell's keto diet? Keto diet is that the one with the carbs or without the fucking carbs? Hold on a second. What is keto diet? I'm telling you, all these people have come up with this idea about all these fucking diets, right? Just like I have no fucking idea that we had like 1,000 genders. I think that's what it is. Is that what it is? Jesus Christ. So basically, all these companies, especially online companies, right? They're trying to sell their product to you, right? And so ketogenic diet, I think this is one of those. I'm not saying that it's a scam, but what it says is that it's, I mean, it's obviously, I don't think it's approved by any of the FDA or NHA or the, so well, this is what it says on Wikipedia, right? Ketogenic diet is a high fat, adequate protein, low carbohydrate diet that in medicine is used primarily to treat difficult to control refractory epilepsy in children. The diet forces the body to burn fat faster than carbohydrates. Normally, the carbohydrates contained in the food are converted into glucose, not glucose, glucose, which is then transported around the body and is particularly important fueling brain function. Okay, so high fat diet, so that's what it is. So it looks like it is actually good for treating epileptic seizures. Jesus Christ. All right. Jesus, I went over my 1 hour mark again. I'm sorry. 8 minutes over. Burning Man. So Burning Man. Why the fuck do I have this topic? Oh yeah. So now I was looking up. My girlfriend was over, and we were just like watching some Burning Man videos. Cause I went to Burning Man without any preparation in 2016. But I don't think I would want to go back to Burning Man. It's not for me. I don't think so. But I was just looking up like how it looked like in 2019, which is like last Burning Man. But you guys can look it up. Some amazing art installations, pop-up art, and music and all that. And my last topic is Toy Story 4. Jesus Christ. So Toy Story 4, it's the fourth film in the Toy Story series. It's an okay film. I mean, I'm really not into Toy Story, that kind of genre of films, but because it's all animation, and I think the story is kind of weird in the sense that I don't know how would you call it, like. So the toys, I mean, it's about the life of the toys, which are basically owned by the human beings, and the toys are basically there for the entertainment of the human beings, and the human beings can throw them into the garbage anytime they want, whatever the hell it is, right? Isn't that what the whole theme of the artificial intelligence? And then, oh, by the way, so I was watching Alien Covenant, right? I think Saturday morning, and then I saw the whole movie, and then the whole thing is that the robot, human robot David, is uh, uh, is angry, and then he goes on a rant and kills all the engineers because he was created by the human beings who were created by the engineers, but then he cannot recreate, right? He cannot reproduce, he cannot recreate. So basically, isn't that the whole fucking story that these humans have created us, but we can't create anything? We are just robots. We're gonna really live forever. They're gonna use us as robots or whatever fuck it is, right? For their use. So it gets a little sad in Toy Story 4, right? Because you are just a toy and you are thrown into the fucking garbage by the humans or these human kids, right? Sorry, was that a big spoiler alert there for all you guys? Okay, I don't give a shit, okay? I don't give a shit. I have no obligation to say anything or not say anything about any movies or the stories that I watched. Okay, that's not my responsibility. So, with that said, I presume you all are having a great time Sunday night, and then I'll speak to you all next Sunday or Saturday.